Ben Fowlkes here at Syndicate MMA in Las Vegas with Roy Big Country Nelson. Roy, this weekend at UFC on Fox 13 in Phoenix, we got a couple of heavyweight bouts, and I think you fought everybody in here except for Alistair Overeem that we're going to be talking about. Let's start a little lower down on the card with that fight between Alistair Overeem and Stefan Struve. I mean, Overeem has said he wants to go out there and knock Struve out in the first 30 seconds, which, I mean, hey, heavyweights, anything can happen. Do you see it going down like that?
Yeah, no, it's definitely, because I think he almost did it with Travis Brown, and then Travis turned it around after the flurry, so Struve just has to be careful for the first 30 seconds.
Well, you know, for Struve, it's kind of interesting. You know, he was off for a while. He had the heart issue. He tried to come back and seemed to have a little bit of a panic attack in the back. Now he's making another attempt to come back. How much do you worry about that time off and kind of the mental space that he might be in going into a tough bout against a guy like Overeem?
I just hope he gets past the panic check, because I'd have a little more panic attack versus Overeem versus Mitrione. So hopefully he gets past that, and then, you know, he'll just go, if he's, you know, goes back to how he was before, he's ready to fight Overeem.
If you have to pick a winner in that bout, who do you go with, and how?
Like I said, you got Struve. If he lasts past 30 seconds, then I give it to Struve. But if it's the first 30 seconds, I mean, Overeem's very confident in the first 30 seconds.
He is, yeah. Now, at the top of the card there, you've got Junior Dos Santos and Stipe Miocic, a couple guys who know a little something about boxing. Do you see this one playing out as a boxing match?
No, it's one of those things that all depends on what everybody's done, you know, with their time off, because it's been over a year for Dos Santos. Stipe, he fought a 205er, the last guy, so he's been over a year, you know, for sure for fighting, you know, the higher level guy. I think, you know, it's basically whoever tries to wrestle, I think is going to try to switch it up in the where they can see a different look versus straight boxing.
You know, it seems like if it comes down to a wrestling match, I mean, we've seen some really good defensive wrestling from Junior Dos Santos, but it doesn't seem like, you know, he's the guy to really press that attack, whereas Stipe has a little bit more of a background in that. I mean, who do you see prevailing if it turns into, you know, a clinch battle or a ground fight?
You know, if it stays on his feet, I'd probably give Junior a little bit more quicker hands, more, like, definite output on, like, trying to knock somebody out. Stipe's more the kind of the point fighter, tries to point, run, try to, you know, pick his battles. And Junior just comes to fight when it comes to straight up. But, like, if you just want to box with him, he's going to try to box with you.
Right.
So I think Stipe's going to have to try to, you know, put it to the floor or try to manipulate or make him think a little bit too much. But I'd probably go with Dos Santos just off of, you know, like just that pure fighter.
Now, you've been in there with both those guys, been hit by both those guys. Who hits harder?
Junior, like I said, Junior comes to fight. Stipe's, he's that new breed where it's like the point fighting. It's like he's trying to, you know, pick his shot. I mean, it's not the typical heavyweight where, like, hey, I'm going to try to knock you off, and that's what, you know, fans want to see. He says the more, like, hey, I'm going to try to get 3 points, you know, I mean, 3 points. He's kind of more the Mayweather.
Interesting comparison, big Mayweather. Well, that's it from Syndicate MMA here in Las Vegas with Roy Nelson. Keep your eye on the fights this weekend, UFC on Fox 13 in Phoenix, Arizona.